Hey everyone, we are doing SAT practice involving advanced techniques for polynomials and rational equations. This is the medium set, part 1, and so it's given that a can't equal plus or minus 1/2. That's mainly because if you plug in plus or minus 1/2 in this denominator here, you'll get 0, and you can't divide by 0. So they just have to tell you that. So basically they want you to simplify this. And like all the videos, it's best to try to do it on your own. So push pause and try to come up with the answer and then check it. And then that way you can go through the videos a lot faster. So I'm going to go ahead and factor this all out. And that's basically what they want you to do. Denominator is easy. That's the difference of squares. That a minus b times a plus b equals a squared minus b squared. That's basically what we have here, a squared minus b squared. So that would be 2a squared minus 1 squared. So I'm going to go ahead and factor that out. That's going to be 2a minus 1, 2a plus 1. In the numerator, we know we have a 2a and an a. We have to have a 3 and a 1. And the 5's positive, so I'm going to make that positive and this negative. And usually on these, something always is going to cross out. So you can always use the denominator to help you out. So when that cancels, we have a plus 3 over 2a plus 1, which gives our answer choice is D. Okay? And same thing for this one. I just want you to simplify this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the denominator here. This is complex rational, and do the common denominator. So my common denominator is, or my LCD, is going to be x minus 4 times x plus 6. And anytime you do that, you can basically just put these together and cross. It's not really cross multiplying, but basically you can just cross here. So this would be, or you can, let's just do it the right way. What times x minus 4 gives you, the old denominator gives you the new. So what's missing? It's the x plus 6. So you multiply that by 1. You get x plus 6. Minus, and what's missing from here? This is your old denominator. Here's your new. And so the x minus 4. So it's minus, and don't forget to put parentheses here. X minus 4. Okay, and this is all, again, under this 1. So I'm going to simplify this. You get 1 over x minus, I'll just simplify, x plus 6 minus x plus 4 over x minus 4 times x plus 6. Now the x's cancel out, so you can get 1 over 10, and this is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and FOIL this out. When you FOIL the denominator out, you get x squared. This will be plus 2x minus 24. Okay, so that's your equation. Now remember, when you're dividing, this is 1 divided by 10 over x squared plus 2x minus 24. I remember in 4th or 5th grade that when you had something like this, what you do is you change that to a multiply, so it's times, and you flip the numerator and the denominator. So you get x squared plus 2x minus 24 over 10. So basically, what's going to happen is this, basically, when you see something like this just moves to the top. So you get x squared plus 2x minus 24 over 10. And that answer is right there, which is D. Okay, the next one. This is my and sign. This is Boolean algebra for and. So it says if x of 1 and x of 2 are valid solutions, what's the sum of x of 1 plus x of 2? So they're both valid solutions, so we don't have to worry about that. All I'm going to do is solve for x. I'll move this x over 6 over to the right side by adding x over 6 to both sides. I'm going to cross multiply, and so I'm going to cross up this way. So I get 12 equals x squared plus x. I'm going to move the x over, the 12 over, and set it to 0 because this is a quadratic term. And then I'm going to go ahead and factor. So it's xx, 4 and 3. 4 is going to be positive, 3 is going to be negative. So my first x would be 3 from this one. My second x is negative 4 from there. Now I have to add them up. So 3 plus a negative 4 equals negative 1. So that one wasn't that bad. The question seemed harder than it really was. Okay. It says, given that 2m plus n over 2n equals 3/4, which is the following must be true. So I think what I'm going to do is just cross multiply here because I'm not really sure. So I'm going to save room, and we're going to cross up like this. You get 4 times 2m plus n equals 3 times 2n. So, and I'm going to keep looking at my answer choices here. You get 8m plus 4n equals 6n. Now I'm going to go ahead and just collect like terms. So I have 8m. I'm going to subtract this 4n from both sides. Equals 2n. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and, since I have m over n, I am going to divide both sides by n. So I get 8n over n equals 2. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 8. So I get m over n equals 2 over 8, which equals 1/4. Alright, so your answer is C. And one more for this set. It says, what are the solutions to the equations? So the first thing I want to do is know that my LCD, or my least common denominator, is this right here, because it includes both of these here. And what I'm going to do is multiply each of these terms by my LCD and clear the fractions, so clear the denominator. And when I do that, when you multiply this term, you get x over x plus 1. Your LCD is x plus 1 times x minus 2. So these cancel, and then multiply those two, and you get x squared minus 2x. Now do the same thing for this, and what's going to cancel is the x minus 2. So you're going to get plus 8 times x plus 1. And then when you multiply the LCD here, this whole thing's going to cancel, and you just get 3. So for this part here, I did the same thing I did for this one. So let's clean it up. Since it's quadratic in terms, I'm going to move everything over to the left and clean it up. This is 6x. And when I subtract the 3, I get 5. And that's going to leave 0 here. So we have x plus 5, x minus or plus 1 equals 0. So my two solutions are x equals negative 5, x equals negative 1. The only thing I have to be careful about is, since I didn't write my domain here, the thing I have to say here is x can't be negative 1, because if you have negative 1 here, then you're dividing by 0. We also can say that x cannot be 2. So those are given. But here I have x as what? -1. So I can't use that, because if you plug -1 back into the original, you're dividing by 0, and that's undefined. So only have one answer, and that's this one here, which is A. Okay. Thank you. The next set we're going to do is the same type. So thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.